Jim Gard is a math teacher at Stoneman Douglas High School and had the suspect in his class, the suspected gunman, briefly in his class as a student. He spoke to our Vladimir Dutier about what he witnessed yesterday.
Jim, you have an incredible story. I just want you to share that with our viewers.
Well, nothing heroic. I'm not like some of the other people, but about 2:20 or so, the fire alarm went off, and I thought it was rather unusual because we just had a fire alarm drill at 9:30. So I told the kids, hold on for a bit. This could be accidental. It could be something in culinary. Maybe they had burned something or what have you. So let's just hang in there for a bit, but line up at the door regardless. So they lined up at the door, and then about 30 seconds or so later, one of our admins got on and said, okay, evacuate the building. So they all knew where to go because I had briefed them beforehand. We had just had all this training in everything less than maybe about 3 weeks ago or so. So, and of course, we went over everything with the kids. So as they're leaving, I'm waiting. You know, I always leave last to make sure all the kids are out of the room, make sure the room's secure, et cetera, et cetera. And as the vast majority of kids are out, there's maybe 2 or 3 left. I was right behind them. We heard all kinds of popping sounds. And then the admin got back on. He said a code red, which is basically everyone back in the room, shut your door. So they had about 6 kids, 5 girls and a guy. They all ran in the room. There was literally nobody else around. I looked up and down the hallway a little bit, maybe like 10, 12 seconds. Closed the door, turned the lights off. We all went in, got back towards the closet, and told them, okay, just hang out. And they were nervous, what's going on? I said, look, you know, they could be practicing a code red. They talked about doing this. They even talked about police coming on and, you know, shooting blanks, you know, to see what would happen, you know. And I said, it's kind of weird.
At this point, had you heard any gunshots?
Oh, yeah.
You were hearing them.
Yeah, because my classroom, I mean, there's building 12, you can see it in
right
Peach.
There.
And if you go 50 yards to its left, my classroom is in the corner of that white building that's right there.
Right over there,
so,
I see.
Yeah,
okay. So you're
right there.
You're crouched in closets, you're crouched under desks?
No, we weren't crouching.
You were just...
we're just there kind of hanging out and making sure the kids are calm and they're safe, and that's the bottom line. You know, they were getting on their cell phones, and we're trying to find out what's going on. And after about 10 minutes, you kind of knew that this was for real. You know, I took attendance, and some kids were getting texts, and you know, I said, look, anybody who texts you or you talk to you don't know, don't tell them where you are, because we have no idea.
Right.
You know, so that I think worked out well, because we have no idea if someone's coming around and texting kids, hey, what room are you in?
Right.
You know, so we made sure that none of that was done. One girl was talking to her mom. I talked to mom, you know, to reassure, okay, look, she's safe. Everyone here is fine. Your kid's going to be safe. And that was, you know, about it. You know, I took roll to try and see what other kids are missing. We got on our internet. A lot of teachers were in their classrooms. We were all communicating with each other. I have this kid in my room. I have these kids. Here's who's absent. So, you know, this was very well organized with all the teachers and students.
Because the kid, you go through drills and training.
Yeah.
Sadly, I mean, I as I was flying over here, I thought to myself, when I was a kid, probably when you were a kid, we went through drills in case of a nuclear attack by the Soviets. And,
yeah, I didn't quite have that. I'm not that old. Closing in on it.
I am that old. So, but now kids in America go through drills and training to prepare for a perpetrator that would come into their school and take their lives.
Yeah, and that's why I said we had this drill, like I said, just a couple of weeks ago, and had the training in it. And, you know, thank goodness. I mean, you know, we're very fortunate. We have a really very solid administration here. We have a wonderful teaching staff, and the kids are fantastic. You know, and I think it was horrible. I think without the training, it could have been significantly worse.
And when were you given the all clear?
Oh boy, let's see. About 4 o'clock or so, you could hear a lot of movement outside, like down below us. And so one of our girls said, oh, my dad's a police officer. They said they're going to come room to room. So I said, okay, when they come to our room, we'll deal with it then. So maybe like a half an hour-ish or so later. And you can hear banging coming down the hallway. Then our door, there's banging on our door, open up police. And the kids were going to go to the door. So don't go to the door. Go in the back of the room. Let me check this out, because I have a paper on my door, you know, that says Mr. Gard, and so I kind of like put it down a little bit. We're the police, and I yelled, prove it. So
yeah, right.
I said, look, prove it.
Yeah, sure.
So they showed me their badge. I let them in.
It's an incredible story. We're so glad that you're safe. We're so glad that your students are safe. And I think that, just having your presence there, obviously, as the teacher, but just sort of keeping the kids calm. You say that you're not a hero, but for a lot of those kids, they'll remember your actions. They'll remember how you, the guidance that you gave them and how you kept them under control. And they'll take that with them. Yeah.
This is my 36th year doing this, so it's not like it's
right. No, I know you've been around this.
Been around,
but not in a situation like this.
No, not like this ever. Oh gosh, don't hope it'll never ever happen.
Yeah. Did you know the shooter, Victor Nicholas?
I had him in class like a year ago because he was in for a semester, but he was real quiet. So I only had him not even that long, and I can remember, I know exactly where he sat. He was in the 4th row. He was like 3 seats back. I can remember that from last, say, to the 16, 17 year. And he was a quiet kid. He was there. He would do work. Some days he wouldn't. But kids.
What kids don't. It's normal. Yeah.
I've never noticed anything bizarre.
You never did. You never saw anything, or
no, because I just didn't have him that long. And then like the next semester, I'm trying to think. I think he was even gone the next semester. So.
And generally, I when I was in high school, if there was a problem kid, teachers would talk about that individual and say, oh, watch out for this kid. Did you ever hear from your colleagues?
No, we never had that because, like I said, I don't think he was here all that long. That's I said it's kind of. It was just kind of one of those blips on a radar screen from, a year ago.
Well, Jim Gard, thank you so much for everything that you do, and thanks for
you're welcome.
And talking to us.
Glad I could
appreciate it.
Help you out.
No, this is really important for our viewers to understand, because it's individuals like you, it's the teachers like you, sadly probably underpaid, understaffed, under-resourced, who keep our children safe in situations like this. And for that, you deserve not just my thanks, but the thanks of
I got 3 kids myself, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.